was against Liverpool, in the first team that is, on December the 23rd. Since then, the groin and the hernia operation. So let's check on the two lineups. First of all, Oldham Athletic. In the end, the only change from a third consecutive league defeat at Leicester on Tuesday is in goal, where John Holworth reclaims the position from Andy Rhodes. For 22-year-old Earl Barrett, it's a return to the ground where his career began. For 29-year-old Andy Ritchie, a contest against the club for whom he was 13th man at Wembley 11 years ago. The Manchester United side, you know already that Robson and Webb are included. The man who stands down is Danny Wallace. It's a side apparently packed with midfield players because Brian McClare has been playing wide on the right. It'll be interesting to see whether he does so again or whether he now joins Mark Hughes up front. Cup final referee 12 months ago, Joe Worrell. Ian Marshall scored twice against his old club Everton, including the decisive one. And it's Oldham attacking the goal to our left. And that went under Gary Pallister. He won't want that to happen too much, particularly not in the last third of the field. The pitch has been well watered, as Jimmy Hill said. In fact, during the course of the week, it's had on it 36,000 gallons of water. Pallister in the battle with Marshall, all a little bit untidy. Phelan can give a feel of the ball to Jim Leighton. I think Leighton would appreciate it. Knows well what it's like to be in a Scottish Cup final, Jim Leighton. It was Redfern, but he had no real control on the ball. Robson. Barrett and Hughes won by Holden. Dennis Irwin, former Leeds United player, and like his skipper Mike Milligan, forcing himself to the fringe of the Republic of Ireland's World Cup squad. Also played in the B match at Cork. Uncomfortable that for Phelan. Here's Andy Ritchie. Oof, what a strong challenge by Bruce. And then by Robson. He really is unbelievable, Brian Robson. That sort of challenge, his first in a match when he's been out so long. The ball must have squealed. Martin. And the free kick is against Gibson for the challenge on Milligan. And Oldham with 4 forward. 2 wide, 2 down the middle. Earl Barrett in possession. It's a little bit long. McClare. Hughes. Instant, but comfortably cut out by Barlow. Good challenge by Hughes, it was enough. Webb. Nick Henry, who got back to deny him any room. Andy Barlow there is the only Oldham-born player in the Oldham side. And has played at Wembley. Phelan. Good cover by Holden. Good play by the skipper. Barlow's appearance at Wembley was as a schoolboy playing rugby league before the Rugby League Cup final. Here goes Andy Ritchie. Trying to follow it through to get round behind Phelan, but a bit of a mess between Phelan and Jim Leighton, about which there were no words. And the first corner of the match is to the second division side. Oldham will take it. Marshall on the near post. Oldham again. Trying to change the angle. An awkward one, and Barrett! Earl Barrett, the scorer. What a mess for Manchester United. What a delight for Oldham Athletic. He just had to stand there and wave his foot as the ball came across. Ritchie went for it. I must say he looks a bit offside in that position, but the goal is given. Oldham had the lead.
Well, what an amazing start. Really, Rick Holden nearly got on the first ball across the face of the goal, and Michael Phelan cut it out, and they were lucky to get away with that. And then Ricky Holden, it was again, whipped in across. He's been so effective, hasn't he, either side with those whipped in crosses. And as you say, Andy, Ritchie just, I think, took the eye off the ball for Jim Leighton, and there it was, Earl Barrett. Couldn't believe it. 5 yards out, open goal, 1-0.
Owen. Free kick is given. Paul Ince was complaining.
You're querying the offside just now, Barry. I think when the ball was first whipped in, then Man United moved up, and I've got a feeling, although he looked well offside when he's tapped it in, when the ball was played, it probably wasn't.
Well, certainly the referee and linesman were absolutely down the line where Barrett was standing. They had no doubts about it. It's United free kick. It's where the ball was lost by Leighton. Well played by Barlow. By Pallister, but he's able to recover. And I would suggest that Oldham are winning about 90% of the 50-50 balls. Hughes. Barrett. Bruce. And Robson! It's 1-1! He's done it again, including a replay. That's 4 semi-finals running in which he scored. Beautifully played through. And Robson always got a touch on it, but couldn't keep it out. Excellent first time ball. Always may count himself a little unlucky. But Brian Robson has done it again.
Well, amazing, isn't he? There he is, a little smile. And really suddenly gets United back in a game that they were looking so edgy. And really, I suppose the selection is justified in that goal, isn't it? Neil Webb gets it. Lovely touch through as Oldham try to play the offside, and there it is.
Pallister doing well to protect the lead. Comparison of stride. Here's McClare. Play on, says the referee. Not a protest from United, and rightly. That was either a first-time shot from McClare or nothing. Proved to be the latter. The boos are from the crowd. There wasn't even a raised eyebrow from United players that I saw. From McClare, but the noise is coming from the Manchester United support, and this is a testing time for Oldham in a match in which they have been dominant until Robson scored off the head of Marshall. Gibson only to Redfern. And Redfern couldn't keep it down. Had actually rather more time than he took, but that's so easy to say from up here. Well, has Joe Royle's 41st birthday been spoiled? By a man he's very happy to acknowledge as a close friend, Alec Ferguson and his team. 1-1 it is. First time they had 2 under their belt. They came here to Main Road and were walloped 5-1 by Manchester City. This is Henry. And after Henry is Hallworth. Ten minutes of the half remaining. The score 1-1. Scores Barrett and Robson. This is Redfern and Bruce, and that's a corner. Marshall and Ritchie. Marshall comes a little off the line to be in line with the near post. Ritchie is blatantly pushed. Doesn't complain about it, but was certainly pushed. Leighton just got him out of the way. It's gone for another corner. And the referee, in fact, went to have a word there with Jim Leighton. At the back is Holden. But trying to get round Steve Bruce, he couldn't direct the header. Look at that. No question about it. Webb, not comfortable for Holden. Nice clutch by McClare. Ince still. Good vision. Phelan. Barrett's header. Ritchie to the right. Bruce goes with him. Good running on by Owen. Marshall is waiting, so is Holden. This is Marshall! This is Holden. Corner, says the referee. But they got caught out down their left flank then, Manchester United, because Owen just kept running. Suddenly found he was on his own with the ball in a fair amount of space. Ritchie in front of Leighton again. Marshall just further out. Good punch, but it comes straight to Henry. Off the line by Ince. And forget that I said good punch, because it wasn't. Under pressure from Ritchie, it was a pretty poor punch. And Leighton was fairly fortunate to get away with it. Henry denied by Paul Ince. Comfortably cleared by the man on the line. Well, even so.
Two escapes there, really. The first one was a great run down the right by Irwin, who whipped in the cross, and Marshall's header was blocked by Pallister. And then again there, Henry, low drive. There was Paul Ince doing his job at what he was put there for on the line and hooking it away. But they do like to get the fullbacks, Irwin and Barlow forward. And at the moment, certainly Oldham reacted better than Manchester United haven't got level, really.
Strong challenge by Ince on Henry. Phelan did well. Hughes. McClare. Webb pulls away. It's coming out to Robson! And it got deflected for the corner. United player is down. It's Brian Robson. And I think he just fell awkwardly as he came through. Webb did well here because he went one way, then pulled back, but just couldn't pull back enough. And they're all committed, the weight's all the wrong way. In comes Robson, 2 go to challenge him, and off 1, the ball went for the corner. Pumped to be away by Owen. And it's all square with Earl Barrett opening the scoring in the 6th minute. And Brian Robson scoring the equaliser in the 29th. Plenty of incident, all to play for. Half-time, 1-1. Final check of Joe Worrell's watch. Are we to get decision in the next 45 minutes? Or will there be extra time in this one as well? Webb. And Barlow. Ince. Robson. Tried to get the right way, didn't quite give it enough. Ritchie. Not a good first touch that time. Hughes. Aim from McClare, and again Oldham would have been in trouble had that got through. Instead they have a free kick.
Yes, if that had gone through, McClare was clear. But Mark, he's getting a bit frustrated because Earl Barrett's had an excellent game. He and Milligan have been outstanding for Oldham.
Well won by Redfern and claimed by Jim Leighton. And we've had 2/3 of the 90 minutes. 1-1 the score. Henry. Redfern. And I suppose, Trevor, normally one would say that the longer it goes on, the more experienced team would be fancied. But at the heart of that experienced Manchester United team, there are two players who haven't played very much first-team football.
Well, here's a problem with Webb and Robson, but, you know, there's another man there as well, Colin Gibson, who only came back last month after 18 months out. I'm sure Danny Wallace will come on this half. It's just a case of which one of that trio will be the one to make way for him.
Here's Marshall. Good save and a very good shot. Good cover by Bruce. Hit that very well indeed. Was just sufficiently far ahead for him to thump it, and it had some venom and was well knocked down. Robson and Holden having a wrestling match down the middle. Holden hasn't had much change out of Phelan. What will Webb get out of Holden? Hughes is in the middle, two others coming up, covering header from Barrett. Ritchie. Pallister. Sudden increase in pace. Ince. Ince complaining at Martin. Arm up by Henry. United's free kick. Gibson. Ince. Webb. Looked like a little bit of a nudge, but the referee will have none of it. Ince the first to complain. Webb was waiting for it to come down and was challenged. Mr. Worrell had a very good view of it. Martin, who played the ball in, and there looked like a little nudge there by Barlow on Webb. And the substitution looks as though it is going to be made. Wallace is going to come on, and Robson, the number 7 was shown then, is going to come off. Brian Robson hands the captain's band to Steve Bruce and comes off to a tremendous ovation. Given his all, scored the equaliser. But in the end, was clearly running out of steam. Here's Ince. They need even more from Paul Ince, who's been the pick of the midfield, I think. Wallace hopeful of a first touch. New challenge for Barlow. As an out-and-out winger, if that's the way he's being asked to play. First round to Barlow. Phelan. Slightly stubbed it, but it comes to Gibson. And it's Webb. There was a little hesitation. And Webb is engulfed. Came across to Gibson, it was slightly mishit, I think, with the early header in. And it was Webb. It came more off his forehead, the ball hitting that rather than the reverse. He was turning with a goalkeeper who decided to come late, and Manchester United have the lead. Neil Webb is their scorer. Goal in the 73rd minute. His second of the season. Will it take Manchester United to Wembley?
Well, what a substitution, eh? Danny Wallace out on the right there. He puts the cross over. Lee Martin nodded it back, and I think you can say Alex Ferguson made sure he took the right man off, because Neil Webb was still on the field. There it hit his head. I'm not sure he knew where it was going. Bobbled in the net. Hallworth came off the line to try and punch it, and there Alex Ferguson, well pleased now, suddenly 2-1 up.
Owen. Redfern got away. It's a good cross. Marshall! What an unbelievable day this is. It was a good cross. Redfern got away from Ince. It was half clear, but only to Marshall, who thumped it into the far bottom corner. And it's 2-2. Really did well then, Redfern. And so did Marshall. 2 goals inside 3 minutes. And once again, Wembley doesn't know who will be its second visitor in May.
Quite amazing, isn't it? Really, it's
free kick against Henry. Sorry to interrupt you, Trevor, but for a moment it looks as though Ince was going to make that.
One of those days where he can't linger for too long talking, because suddenly you'll end up with a goal in the net. But a lot of character, Oldham. In fact, they were going to just make a substitution themselves. Then Redfern made the opening. Marshall tucked it away. And I think we might just have had a temporary halt for that substitution, because suddenly now it's 2-2.
Paul Walhurst in the foreground. Five men in the wall. Webb takes it. Oh, they fell for that. Wallace. Out by Barrett. And if they were watching the first semi-final, they'd have seen Crystal Palace fall for that sort of thing. Wallace. And Palace came back. What about Oldham? Ritchie. Redfern. Marshall is underneath it. McLean. Ritchie trying to answer the cries of the crowd. Bannister. Just had a number of balls come to him that he's found the bounce unkind. Here's Milligan. Merton Hughes. Wallace. Webbed. Good block. Hughes hit Barrett. Ritchie. And Marshall is offside. Goodness me, John Hallworth did awfully well then. Parry down, shot from Hughes, hit Barrett, and suddenly Oldham were breaking, and at the end of it, Marshall was offside. And extra time gets closer and closer. And a substitution now to be made, and it's Paul Warhurst to come on in place of Nick Henry. 21-year-old replaced by a 20-year-old. Looks as though Warhurst is going to play in midfield. It's normally been the centre of the back four, and a former Manchester City player. Ball's hanging a bit in the air. Free kick is United's way. Martin going to take it. 5 United players on the edge of the 18-yard line. One of them is Bruce, who will now have to get back if Redfern can attack. Offside against Ritchie. And Ritchie so disappointed. Gave a bit of a warming to the air in the shadow of the stand. And we are 5 minutes away from extra time. What is it about the first year of a decade? 1980 there were a total of 3 extra replays, and it was won in the end, as we said at the start of this afternoon, by a second division side. Webb, Gibson, Barrett does well to recover. Oldham. Phelan deciding to meet the challenge early. Marshall is away, Ritchie in the middle, it's going to be played in. The ball bobbled a little unkindly for him, but in truth he wasn't totally in control of the situation. Ritchie wanted the cross, and perhaps he should have been given it. He was under pressure, he waited too long. I think he didn't know about anything or anybody else other than to have a crack at goal, and he left Ritchie without possession. Referee looks over at his 2 linesmen, who have signalled that 90 minutes is up. Ritchie. Play on, says the referee, but Ritchie is hurt. Ince with the header. Still play goes on. And here's Danny Wallace, but the whistle now has gone. For the second time in the day, we have extra time. Both semi-finals going into extra time. Marshall getting the equaliser in the 76th minute. 3 minutes after Neil Webb had given Manchester United just a glimpse of those famous Twin Towers. 2-2, an extra half an hour is required, at least. Marshall, whose goal brought about the extra time, and certainly over the 90 minutes, Oldham did not deserve to lose. Milligan gets Oldham going again. Demands on fitness, demands on nerve, and fortune, always a major factor. Here's Holden, gets the cross again, Redfern the nod down, Marshall blocked in front of his goalkeeper by Steve Bruce. Bruce and Leighton were almost in the same boot then. Ritchie seems to have recovered from his knock he got just at the end of the 90 minutes. Brave header by Barrett, which was costly. He stayed down. Away goes Warhurst. He is pretty quick, but not the most accurate of crosses. Hughes. Bruce's head. Gibson's foot. Only to Barrett, who's recovered from the knock. Ritchie. Showed too much. Nicked away by McClare. Useful for Wallace. Test of his pace, now test of his finish. And he's equal to both. The face of delight is lost in the crowd. A fine ball through. The finish as the goalkeeper came somewhat feet first was what was required. Burst through two defenders and Manchester United lead 3-2.
Great ball from Brian McClare. Once again, Oldham trying to hold the line, and Danny Wallace, with that extra pace, just timed his run perfectly. Got through against the goalkeeper. Didn't hit the shot that well. He scuffed it a bit, but I'm sure he's not complaining, because once it went past Hallward, even though it was going very slowly, it was always going to make the goal.
And the last card to be played by Oldham Athletic, and it's the former Manchester City player who is to be brought into the fray. Roger Palmer takes over from Andy Ritchie. Martin has been pushed a bit forward, with Gibson dropping to his old position at left back. Sort of left midfield, come slightly further forward, with Gibson solidly at left back. Barlow. Just got to keep up the quality of their passing, Oldham, which is increasingly difficult as they're playing not only against Manchester United but against time.
All cat and mouse at the moment tactically, because Alex Ferguson, seeing Redford switched, has decided to bring Neil Webb back from his forward position, and you can see him right back, just about thinking about taking that free kick, but he's playing very deep now, doing a marking job himself.
Won by Holden. Warhurst to Barlow. A long clearance perhaps from Hallworth, who's very capable of them, as Aston Villa know to their cost. Won by Webb. Holden. Redfern. Irwin is up in the attack. Milligan. Palmer. Milligan. Nice touch. Redfern. Not such a good touch. Still feel that if Oldham to save themselves, it's this fellow who'll be the supplier. Rick Holden. Feel for handball, not given. Oh, mistake by Phelan. Ince wins a wrestling match that followed. And Hughes and Holden, free kick. Won't count, even if it had gone in. Holden, I think, found the back of his ankle stepped on, or at least interfered with. And we're almost at half-time and extra time, and Leighton saves his team. Phelan, this is not all over yet. Ince. Wallace. Good ball by Ince. Martin is the other side, coming in, number 2. And Barrett gets there just ahead of him. Crowd whistling for the half-time whistle of extra time. Oh, lovely control by Warhurst. This is Milligan. Palmer makes the diagonal run and finds Irwin, who needs a good cross and doesn't get it. Twice he's been well placed, Irwin, and has disappointed himself and his team. Now a third chance. Oh dear. Oh, you feel for him.
Well, they say they come in three, so he's got that one out of his system. Next one, hopefully, will be all right. But Oldham still pushing forward, and certainly Man United. Steve Coppell probably watching this game back home, wondering if he's going to meet his old club Manchester United in the final. Can't relax right up until that final whistle.
The final substitution is to be made. On comes Mark Robbins, scorer of the goal which started United on the road to Wembley against Nottingham Forest, and he's replaced Lee Martin. It's half-time in extra time. Come back to square it at 2-2. Can they do it? 3-3. Hughes and Barrett. Oof. Starts with showing a bit from Mr. Robbins. Marshall has to chase his own pass and does, and is fouled. Owen, who couldn't find the crosses, can he now find the free kick? Met well by Pallister. That's what you call a good recovery. Milligan. Yes, the space here for Marshall. And Palmer's far side. It's all square again. This is the stuff of schoolboy comics. Palmer. It was a fine ball from Milligan that put Marshall away, and Oldham have come back again. Marvellous stuff.
Well, if you said this was going to happen today, I mean, it is really fairy tale stuff. Manchester United pushed out, tried to play offside. It was Stevie Bruce who was the last man. And look at Joe Royle there. I think he's rather enjoyed that equaliser.
Andy Barlow. Redfern, Warhurst, Redfern with a shooting chance. And it went, well, to tell the truth, it always looked like it again.
So they've just got an extra yard of pace again, haven't they, Oldham, that equaliser, and it's Manchester United who's suddenly 3-2 up and looking to be in control, are looking a little bit tired, and I think perhaps hoping for the final whistle a bit more than Oldham.
Wallace, Phelan, Sun causing a few problems. Webb takes it away. Oh, they had two men over. McClare! Oh, and he blasted when he needed control. Two United to one Oldham, and then up came McClare. Barlow. Joe Royle has one check of the watch, and they've got to do it all again. The two managers with their arms around each other. It's been sensational stuff. 3-3 the final outcome. A replay on Wednesday.
So the fairy tale possibility of